Hi. So I did a previous video just saying that I have a book of Christmas stories available on Amazon now, and I said that I would do one when I have the book in my hand, and I do now. This is how it looks. It is. You can see the title on the side of this one, unlike with Poor Cupid Takes a Holiday, and it's got stuff on the back. I made my author bio. Just Aaron Netsky is Santa Claus. This is the Santa Claus suit that my grandfather and possibly uncle wore when my mom and her siblings were growing up in Manistee. And then I just have a list of the stories back here. But the cover is very nice. As with Cupid, I used a painting, a nice painting. Um, this was my favorite for a while, but I went through a bunch just to make sure I got the right one. I like the tree. I like the red and green thing. Um, but it's also kind of in shadow. It's lit, kind of. Christmas is all about, for me. It's not brightly lit. It's dimly lit, and so I like that quality. Uh, and yeah, I did try to find a public domain image of Santa to use, but I didn't like any of the ones that there were, and I really like this one. Credit where it is due. Uh, the It is called Decorating the Christmas Tree. Not a bad title for that painting. And the artist is Marcel Rieder, Rieder, who lived from 1862 to 1942. The painting's from 1898, so it is public domain, which is what I like to do for covers. And this book, I mean, I have great affection for Cupid Takes a Holiday, but I learned a lot from doing Cupid Takes a Holiday as far as designing the book, putting it on the internet. That you'll notice, for instance, I figured out how to make the cover image cover the whole cover, and the text goes from both sides of the page, unlike with Cupid, which looks more like an essay printed out for school, and I had the stories start on the odd numbered pages, which was helpful for. I mean, I mentioned you can see the title on the spine. With Amazon books, you wanna fluff them a little bit. Have the occasional blank page. Have front matter and back matter. Um, One of the reasons that I included a also by Aaron Nutsky, but also I could do that because I had another book. So I advertised Cupid Takes a Holiday in this book. And this one also has a table of contents because it's not one story. It's not just a table of contents here where the chapters are. That's boring. Different titles for different stories. So I really like how this turned out, and it is $12 after 12 Days of Christmas on Amazon, or $6 for the ebook. And there's a link in the description of this video that will take you to where you can buy both of these books. This one, for some reason, I had it at $9.99. Amazon upped its price to $11.49 or something. I don't know why it did it. I'm not challenging it. I just kind of set it and forget it with these things. But if that's it didn't touch the ebook price. I don't know what its reasoning is. I didn't know that it could do that. It could unilaterally, but hopefully it doesn't do it with this one because I like having it at $12 for 12 Days of Christmas. I'll read the list of stories: A Santa Moment, The Midnight Visitors, Christmas Lights, A Week Off in New York City, The Snow Kid, The Cats at Christmas, Bunny's Snowman, A Christmas Concert Memory, Ballad of a Girl and Her Tree, I believe, it's silly, but I believe, which is a line toward the end of the original Miracle on 34th Street, Designated Santa, Christmas Don't Go, and A Visit from St. Nick. It's a question. And most of the stories are stories that I wrote and sent to people, a group of people, as kind of a Christmas greeting, a gift that I could give everybody without spending any money. Effort and time and creativity, yes, but I've got plenty of that. But money I don't have much of until a lot more people buy this book. So I decided that I really liked them. They kept getting better and better, and I wanted to collect them, and I like putting the books on Amazon. I've already got an idea for my next one. Um, but then A Visit from St. Nick is a brand new story written specifically for the book. Christmas Don't Go is kind of never before seen. It's been shared on a smaller scale with fewer people. Um, the Cats at Christmas, I'm pretty sure, was a creative writing assignment in college, so it's probably the oldest story of all of these. And but as with all of them, I spruced it up for the thing itself, and I wrote an introduction. And I will probably sometime in November, I'm thinking I will do a video where I just read the introduction, like I would read the Edgar Allan Poe book or the fairy tale book. Just do a video where I'm reading the introduction. It's kind of an advertisement for what this book is all about. But I don't want this to be too long because it's essentially a commercial, and I skip commercials when the little thing in the corner says you can skip it now. I skip it, so I don't want it to be too long. But I just wanted to show how nice the book is, how nice it looks, how nice it turned out, and make one extra video just in case it makes a difference to try to get people to buy it. The stories are they're mostly about Santa Claus. They're all very Christmassy, a little schmaltzy by nature, but I think they also have a bit more of an edge than a typical Christmas thing, at least typical Christmas thing as produced in this day and age. But they are what they are. They are Christmas stories, and if you like that, I think you really like this. I was about to say my favorite is, but I don't have a favorite. And there are hints sprinkled in of this or that traditional Christmas thing, whether a Christmas song or, like I said, I believe it's silly, but I believe it's the title of one of my stories. It's a line from Miracle on 34th Street. So stuff like that sprinkled throughout. I had fun doing it, and I think it could provide fun for other people. It already has, is my understanding. So mostly Santa Christmas stories by me, Aaron Netsky. There's a link in the description and on all of my social media profiles that is easy to find. And pick up Cupid Takes a Holiday 2 or not. I didn't increase the price, but it's not that much more than it was before. Yeah, so I'll come back. I'll continue doing Wednesday's Child. It's full of Poe and Fairy Tale Friday and Monster Monday, at least to the end of October. And then sometime in November or December, I will come back and I'll read you the introduction, unless you beat me to it by buying the book. As usual, Kindle Unlimited. If you have Kindle Unlimited, you can read it for free. Just do that, because mostly I want to share these stories. That is why I wrote them and sent them to friends and family, and that is why I put them in a book, so that more people could see them, but also so that I could maybe make a little money from it. But in the meantime, I want to, because I know a lot of people who don't want Christmas sneaking in on their Halloween. I won't do the Christmas greeting for the end of this video. I will say, have a great Halloween. But then, as you're thinking about what's next, maybe give this a little consideration. Happy Halloween.